My name's Ella. What's your name?
My name is Mohammed. I'm from New Delhi, India.
Nice to meet you, Mohammed from New
Thank you
Delhi.
so much. How
How
are
are
you?
things here? Is it still a sunny day, not rainy season?
Yeah, it's sunny day, and in
Nice.
India it's 12 p.m. afternoon. You're in Serbia, right?
Um, yes, actually, we will say 12 a.m., 12 p.m.
Twelve
is
one p.m. It's right now.
okay. Then we are already in p.m.
Yes.
What brings you to Cambly?
I want to improve my English. I like
For
I
your
like speaking English for my personal life, not for the business,
excellent.
not for the because I always talk in English for the business purpose. So I'm just improving. I want to be a public speaker, so that's why I'm trying to be more, fluent and confident while speaking and elaborating about topics and speaking a lot. So
All
this is
right.
all I want to do
What makes you want to be a public speaker?
because I like public speaking and I feel confident whenever I go on the stage. I motivate people. I like motivating people, and
Excellent, excellent, excellent. What do you usually talk about when you have a chance?
especially whenever I get a time. Basically, there's a place in my local area. I go there and I spend my time as a public speaker, and so many students there. So they ask so many questions about business, about personal life, about anything. I give them chance. You can
Okay.
ask anything, and
So you're like a life coach.
you can say life coach, and I have a personal experience in business and life and whatever you can say. So I just speak on those topics, and they feel I also give some kind of quotation that inspires them, or I just tell them stories which also inspires them. So they feel good whenever I talk and speak. They feel good, and they say, yes, really, you are a motivator and you can be a public speaker.
Great. Can you remember the first time in your life that you stepped on a stage? What was the feeling then, and how can
Yeah,
you
my
compare it to
hands, my
now?
hands and the legs were shivering at the time when I was speaking, and no words were coming out of my tongue, and I was, my whole body was sweating, and my mind went blank. There was no any idea how to speak because English is a second language in our country, and we have to especially dedicate our time, dedicate ourselves, and sacrifice our time to spend times on learning English language. So it's quite difficult for the Indian people to transform their Hindi language to other languages and become proficient,
Mhm.
and become very confident while speaking. So I spent lots of time learning English and learning pronunciation as well. And you can judge me how I'm speaking right now. So it's all.
I'm just thinking about your pronunciation, and I want to congratulate you. Good job. You do not have an Indian accent,
Mhm.
which is very good because other nations can listen to your stories and to your speeches as
Yeah.
well without issues.
Thank you.
You know that, so in my experience, a lot of Indian students, they speak very good English, but very fast. They
Yes,
don't pay attention to the speed of speaking in English, and that
that's right.
makes it difficult.
That's right.
Not their skills. The skills are usually very good,
Yeah,
but the speed. So you have everything under control. You know what is important.
that's right.
Diction, pronunciation, speed. You know that the speakers have to focus
Mm-hmm.
and that it's a second language, so you know what to do. As far as I'm concerned, you can even be a teacher.
Yes, I was a teacher, 10 years ago when I was in my hometown. See, I'm right now in Delhi, and I
Okay.
belong to a eastern part of India, which is almost
Okay.
900 kilometers. In India, we say kilometers. Yes. So you can say
Well, in Europe too.
700 miles, the distance I'm right now from my village. When I was in college, I was a teacher, English teacher, because there's a very interesting story about myself. I belong to a school where English was not a medium of teaching. It was all
Mhm.
the original language. It was a small district language. We say Bhojpuri,
Yes.
Hindi. Okay, so I was from that background. I did not know anything about 10 years ago. I did not know anything about English language, how to speak, how to learn, how to pronounce, even how to understand anything in English. I practiced, I learned, I developed the sense of speaking and learning and practicing and listening. And I was appointed as a teacher at an institute, a small, we say coaching. Coaching means people come
Yes.
there. So I was appointed as an English teacher. And it was 3 years which I spent on learning English language. So
And
people,
teaching.
as teaching, yes. So people, they liked my teaching style. And that time I was very good at speaking English because I transformed myself from weakness to strength. Okay, it became a strength for me.
Mhm.
So I spent 3 years of time as a teaching and as a motivational teacher. That time I realized that something good qualities are in me. I can motivate people, I can inspire people, because whenever I was speaking something about topic, I used to put some kind of quotation, inspiration stories, which reminds them that you're not weak. You can do
Yes,
anything,
yes.
whatever you want to do in your life. That should be right. Okay. So most of the people, they were appreciating me that you are a different teacher than others. This is a
Mhm.
small fraction of the story about myself. So I struggled a lot, transforming myself, changing my weakness into the strength point and become confident speaking English. So English is my passion. I want to learn as much as possible. I want to speak as a like a native English speaker, and I want to use appropriate words in my sentences.
Yes,
And I
yes.
want to
Understood.
I want to differentiate my English speaking with with the Indian accent.
You are on a very good path when it comes to the accent. Now, I'm wondering, after you're done with your speech, do you feel you are out of energy or do you feel motivated by the crowd?
I feel motivated when I
But at
speak.
the same time,
When I speak, all the thoughts comes in my brain and my mind. All the stories, all the inspiration quotes which I have spent learning in my college days, some religious thoughts, some practical knowledges, some standard education, and the values. I add values to my speech. I don't speak like here and there. I just add values because I understood how a speaker can change somebody else's life with the help of
yes,
his speech.
yes.
So I always add some values to my speaking, and I pay attention, especially when I go on the stage. I especially pay attention what I have to deliver into my speech that can attract people and audience attention towards me. When I speak, when I'm done with my speaking, and I feel confident that I did a good job.
To improve more and more.
Yes.
I'm just wondering, so I've spent a lot of time teaching kids, like years and years teaching kids. Some days were awesome, but some days I felt like I lost all of my energy. I put all of my energy into the classes, and when I'm finished, I was like, oh, I need a coffee. I couldn't speak anymore. The feeling was good. I gave something to the children, but they
Yes.
took everything. They took all of my energy away, and I need to replenish my energy. Do you ever feel like that?
No, it for me it feels like I have to improve more. I did not give too much. And when
Now,
I yes.
you
And
you're never out of energy.
no. When it
What's
comes
your
for
secret?
speaking, otherwise if I sit next to the computer, I spend time, so I feel exhausted sometimes, feel tired. But when it comes for speaking, when I find a good partner whom I can talk,
Mhm.
then my energy, I'm full of energy, and I speak and keep on talking and keep on speaking.
I actually have a student with whom I have been preparing for a speech contest. This is a teenager. And his topic was the source of energy. He actually, so this was his idea. He speaks about communication with others and how that gives him energy, and what types of communication can give people energy, and how we communicate in the modern world. So as a teenager, you can imagine that in his life social media is very
Yes.
present.
Yep.
But at the same time, he noticed since the COVID that social media doesn't give him the energy that he needs. He actually needs physical contact. He needs to see the face, not through a screen, not 2D, but 3D
Yes.
faces
Yeah.
and smiles. And he wants to hear the voice live, not through some microphone and headset.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel was the best way of communication?
Best way.
Live or
The
mhm,
best way of communication is to talking face to face,
mhm.
exchanging the ideas. I also like social media, but I don't like the negative impact because it creates havoc on our mental and physical health. Because when we spend time on social media, we become addicted to it. After some time, we keep on scrolling the screen. We keep on, spending. Even for me, as I open the YouTube, watching short videos, so it keeps on just scrolling. So basically, I don't spend too much time on social media. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have a Instagram. I just use Facebook only for learning purpose.
Mhm.
But when you ask your question, how you can improve yourself, so improving ourselves, our mind or concept or pronunciation, whatever whatever the stream it is, you have to be in the physical contact with somebody else who can also judge you, who can motivate you, who can give you knowledge and wisdom, whatever you need. So the best thing is we have to be present for anything and face to face talking with the people.
Understood and agreed. Just one pronunciation correction. We won't say negative, but negative, like appreciate.
Okay,
Ah, negative.
got it. Thank you.
Everything else was very fluent and very well delivered.
Thank you.
Do you often hold speeches? Do you often have the opportunity to give a speech?
Yes, I always have a chance whenever I go to the place where I practice of my English speaking.
So you don't have like a fixed schedule, like your speech is held weekly
No,
at a certain
it's not the
time.
biggest stage I go for. It's a small
I got that. It's like a community center or something
community
like
center.
that.
Yes, maybe 5 or 10 people gather, they
Mm-hmm.
practice, and they are given a specific topic and they have to describe. People ask questions, you have to answer. Sometimes we have to change our habits. Like you will be asked personal questions, you have to reply. Sometimes you are given a life stories of somebody else, like biographies, you have to describe. So this is all
Yes, yes.
activities we do every day, but it's not fixed.
Understood.
Yeah, even you,
Understood.
even if you don't feel like speaking, you can sit as an audience and you can watch and see the activities. But this
Yes,
is
there are different ways of learning a language. Listening is one of them,
one of
actually,
them.
and a very
Yes,
good way. Sometimes it's better to listen than to speak. Have you ever thought about making your YouTube channel? Do you think
I
that
already
people,
have it.
of course you do.
I just
So
started two
you are
months. 2 months.
everywhere.
I just started 2 months ago, and I want to join so many people to the Cambly platform, and
Hmm.
I record the videos of Cambly. Even I was asking a question to you if I may publish our conversation on YouTube, my channel, for educational purpose, so that people can join because there are tons of videos are available about Cambly on it.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so I want to gather more people on Cambly. Okay, so may I ask once again, can I put our conversation or my YouTube channel?
Yes, you can.
Thank you so
Just for
much. It's
future reference, teachers like to be asked this at the beginning of the
sure. I'm
lesson.
sorry, I just forgot
Okay?
that. Yeah, YouTube
I'm
channel.
saying so that you don't have problems with other teachers, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.